I saw your hand up.
I forget.
How about this young man? What is your name?
Tyler's Tidal Adventure.
Oh, you're good. That's exactly what we're going to do. And so Tyler's Tidal Wave Adventure. So I'm going to read the book, and at the end, we're going to take a Tyler's Tidal Wave pledge. So we're going to go on some adventure here. I'll take one more question, and then we'll get reading. Go for it.
My dad gave me a camera. That's exciting.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's good to think about the holidays.
How do you make the book?
Oh, that's a good question, because at the end, we're going to have an activity where all of you can be a part of the next book. Would you all like a children's book? That's something that you did? We're going to do that. So at the end, Tyler, we're going to wait actually until the end.
Like that, like a real book?
Like a real book, because guess what? We all can have our own adventure. So let's get started. Tyler, we're going to get started. Okay? All right, thank you. Tyler's Tidal Wave Adventure.
Like Tyler.
Just like Tyler, and this was actually written for Tyler.
Yep.
So what we do is, it might be difficult, I'm going to actually get down on the floor with you so you can really see the pictures, okay? Can you see? Wonderful. A thrill-seeking young boy named Tyler was looking for his next big adventure. One sunny day, Tyler decided he was going to, actually, can we stay back in our spots, please, where our letters are? Thank you very much. So one sunny day, Tyler decided he was going to walk to the end of the pier along the Treasure Coast of Florida. Raise your hand if you've ever been to Florida. So you know what Florida's all about. That's where Disney is.
Yeah, that's vacation.
That's vacation. So let's see what Tyler does next. You know what he says?
I want to Mexico.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what Tyler does off the pier, okay? His mother had warned him about walking along the pier, but Tyler felt like today was gonna be his lucky day. Let's see what happens. When he reached the end of the pier, he stopped and gazed into the morning sun and screamed, "Today is gonna be a great day," and he announced it to the world. Just then, a tidal wave. Oh no, what's going to happen? The tidal wave came rushing towards the pier, and Tyler knew instantly that he was in for the biggest adventure of his life. The tidal wave swooped down and carried him out to sea. He became scared. What's going to happen? Well, let's see what happens next. To Tyler's surprise, he discovered that not only could he breathe underwater, but there was a world full of adventure just waiting for him. Tyler always dreamed about what it would be like to live in the ocean. Perhaps he would even find a treasure from one of the Spanish ships that sank over 300 years ago. Let's see if his dream comes true. As Tyler dove deeper into the ocean, he discovered a band called the Coral Reefers. The rock lobster directed the band with his antenna, and the octopus played the drums on the sea turtle's shell.
Who's the octopus?
You see the octopus.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what else he's going to see, okay? All right, here we go. Let's see what happens next.
It's white.
Dylan, hands down.
Let's see.
Dylan, hands down.
Tyler watched as the school of fish swam and danced to the rhythm beneath the waves. Here we go. What happens next? When the song ended, Tyler spotted a moray eel and decided to follow him to an old sunken ship. There were 3 sharks playing cards. A great white, a thresher, and a hammerhead shark. Tyler was amazed, not only because they were playing cards, because 3 different sharks could play happily together. So Tyler hid on the bow of the ship in hopes that the sharks would not see him. His mother had told him he was sweet, but he had hoped that he would not be eaten by the shark. Okay, can we move back a little bit just so your friends can see? Wonderful. Let's see. Could it be too late for Tyler to swim away? What's going to happen next? Oh, no. The sharks quickly dropped their cards and swam to where Tyler was hiding. He screamed, "Wait, don't eat me! Don't you want to help me find the lost treasure? Oh, all of a sudden, the sharks became excited. So they started searching, and the great white shark spotted something green in the sand. Everyone quickly swam over to see what it could be. A treasure chest! They exclaimed. He pried open the chest with his 2 hands and found a piece of paper folded up. "It's only a piece of paper," Tyler said. The sharks didn't understand why Tyler was so sad. He told him to open up the piece of paper. Tyler shouted, "A treasure map!" He thanked the sharks for encouraging him to look on the sunny side. So just then a steel cage came down on top of all of them. It must have been a trap to keep people away from the secret treasure map. "Let's make a tidal wave," replied the hammerhead shark. Tyler stood still as the shark swam around and around in circles. And all of a sudden, Tyler lifted up the cage and said, "Free, free at last." The treasure map showed an island with a big red X on it. And he exclaimed, "Sunny Island, today is going to be my lucky day." So Tyler said goodbye to his shark friends. "Don't worry, I'll be back with the treasure soon." Let's see what happens.
You can eat it when the whale.
Yeah, let's see if that's exactly what happens. Just then a big blue whale came swimming his way. While gulping up krill, the whale didn't realize that Tyler was going to be lunch. With one big gulp, Tyler was accidentally swallowed up and on his way to the whale's belly. Tyler began pounding on the whale's stomach. Boom, boom, boom. The whale realized what had happened, and he knew that Tyler would give him a bellyache if he didn't get rid of him, and get rid of him fast. So the whale swam to the surface, opened up his blowhole, and look at Tyler. He just whoosh.
The X.
Oh my gosh, what could it be? While high up in the air, he saw Sunny Island just as it was drawn on the treasure map. The view from the sky gave him a good glimpse of the big red X. You're right, he found Sunny Island. Tyler splashed back into the water, still having quite a distance to swim to land. He soon became exhausted and thought he might not be able to make it the rest of the way. But deep down, he knew that today was going to be what? His lucky day. Okay, can we sit back on so your friends can see, please? All right, sure enough, 2 crocodiles swam next to Tyler, and he grabbed onto their thrashing tails to catch a ride. Tyler's mother had told him many times before to seek out others in time of trouble. So once Tyler arrived on the land, he thanked the crocodile friends for helping him reach Sunny Island. Just then, Tyler heard a young girl. Oh, there's a young girl up in a tree. How silly is that, right? Let's see what she does. "It's me, Molly," a young girl exclaimed high above in the tree. "Come up and join me." Tyler climbed up the tree and asked if Molly wanted to join him in his adventure. Can we scooch back a little bit? "All right, treasure," Tyler exclaimed, once again unfolding the paper and showing her the map. Molly knew the island well and immediately recognized the big red X. I think Molly's going to be pretty good for Tyler, don't you? Let's see what she does. Molly knew the island well, so she jumped down from the tree and shouted, "Let's go, I know exactly where it is." What does he find next? What do you think that is a picture of? A big frog with a crown on his head. Let's see what he's going to do. Once they arrived at the big red X, they were greeted by a frog wearing a golden crown. Recognizing the crown as royalty, Tyler politely addressed the frog. "Excuse me, Your Majesty, can you please take us to the treasure?" The frog replied, "I will give you 3 guesses to tell me how you should spend the treasure. If you guess correctly, the treasure is yours." Tyler hastily made his first guess. "I'm going to buy a red fire truck. I've always wanted that." The frog croaked, "Nope." Next, Tyler said, "Then I'll share the treasure with my new friend Molly." The frog croaked,
Nope.
"Nope." Tyler scratched his head and thought, "I've got it. Your Majesty, I would like to give a piece of the treasure to everyone I met along the way on this wonderful adventure. Suddenly, there was a sandstorm. Molly and Tyler held each other tight. When the sand settled, all that was left where the frog sat was a red velvet bag with a golden rope tied to it. Tyler and Molly slowly untied the rope and looked inside. Gold coins filled the bag. So, Molly and Tyler jumped up and ran towards the ocean, excited to share their newfound treasure with his underwater friends. Before diving back into the ocean, Tyler took a moment and gazed out into the horizon and said, "Thank you for my
Wonderful day.
close. Lucky day." Yeah. So Tyler's luck continued as the two leatherback sea turtles overheard him and swam to the shore. "Molly, here's our ride. Jump on," he said. The turtles dove deep into the ocean, taking Tyler and Molly beneath the waves. Off they went, delivering a gold coin to all his ocean friends. Tyler enjoyed seeing his friends so happy. After giving away the treasure, Tyler realized he had 2 coins left and he knew exactly what he wanted to do with them.
Give them to both of his friends.
Oh, you are so smart. Let's see if you're right. As the turtles came to the surface, Tyler could see the pier. Hold on one second. Let's see if we can hear our friends, so our friends can hear. As the turtles came to the surface, Tyler could see the pier where he started his adventure. "Molly, there's someone I want you to meet." Just as the sea turtles dropped them off the pier, Tyler's mother came running towards him. She swept him up in her arms, kissed him, and then politely introduced herself to Molly. Tyler pulled out the remaining 2 coins, deciding to give 1 coin to his mother and the other to his friend Molly. With a big smile, Tyler said, "Today was my lucky day. I learned that it is better to give than it is to receive. What lesson will you learn to go on your next adventure? Go out and make a difference and be the difference."